Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually going to be a makeup video, and this is a collaboration with Bailey from Being Bailey and a bunch of other women, but it's hosted by Bailey, and I'm super excited to be part of this group. And the reason that I am excited to do this collab and that I really wanted to jump on this is because for a lot of you new subscribers that don't know, I used to be a beauty YouTuber. That's how this channel started. So you can go way back and back years and years, and you will find all of my beauty videos. And I am actually a professional makeup artist in everyday life. So I own a little company in my town, and I go around and I do makeup. And before that, I worked for Chanel. So I have been in the beauty industry for 14 years, but I kind of took a back seat to making beauty videos, and I haven't made one in a while. So I'm really excited to be making this video and showing you guys my interpretation of Back to the Basics. Now for everybody, that's going to be a little bit different. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what that means to me before we head up and start doing the makeup. This is the final look. This is what you get for Back to the Basics. This look takes me about 8 to 10 minutes when I am sitting down and not filming. It is the same makeup that I take with me on vacation, and it is the same makeup that I do when I'm doing my makeup on a daily basis. I don't do my makeup every single day. I maybe do my makeup 2 or 3 times a week, and it really just happens to be whenever I feel like it, or if I have a client, something like that. So without further ado, let's hop into this video, and don't forget to check out the playlist that I will have in my description box below, so you can check out Bailey's video and all the other ladies that collabed with us today. They will be showing you their interpretation of Back to the Basics, and I'm super excited to go check out what they come up with. So if you like this Back to the Basics makeup look, then go ahead and keep watching, and don't forget to hit that red subscribe button before you leave. Okay, I'll see you at the end.
First, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair, down the bridge of my nose, under my eyes, and a few other places that I like to highlight, and I push that into my skin using my hands. I then like to apply a little bit extra to any pimples that I might have, and then I use the LA Girl Cosmetics Eye Primer. I put that on my eyelids and then underneath my lash line just a little bit. Next, I'm going to set that with a soft brush using my Chanel Powder Foundation. Unfortunately, this isn't available anymore as it's been discontinued, but I absolutely love it, and it gives my skin a really nice finish. The result is just a really soft glow. So I stipple that all over my face, and then I buff it in.
Okay, this is super embarrassing, but I'm going to show you anyway. This is my bronzer. I've had it for a lot of years. I don't even know, 4 or 5 years. I don't even think they make it anymore. It's lost its top. It's in sad condition. Yeah, it's sad, but I can't get rid of it because I love it. I have like 5 other bronzers, honestly. I just love this one. It's matte, and it's the perfect tone for me when I'm light or when I'm a little bit tan during the summer. And so what I'm going to do is I've got my concealer and my foundation powder on, which is just a really lightweight powder, but it helps to conceal and blur everything together. And normally if I was going to do a full face of makeup, I would do my concealer, my foundation, and all of this last, but I'm not going to do a lot of eyes. So what I'm doing is I'm loading up a big fluffy brush with all of this bronzer, and I'm going under my cheekbone with it, but I'm also hitting the very top. And that's just going to give some more color because today is super rainy. I actually wanted to film this last week, but everybody in the house was really sick, and it was raining, like crazy raining, and I had no light in here whatsoever. So I'm sorry if the lighting is still a little bit off, but we got to do the best with what we got to do, people. I got to go out today and do a couple things, film a couple more videos, so it was the perfect day for me to do a Back to the Basics makeup look. The other thing I want to say really quick about the makeup that I'm using today, this is what I would bring with me on vacation because it's so versatile. So I would really just bring a concealer, a foundation. You can do powder or cream or liquid, whatever works for you. My skin hates liquid foundation, so powder mixed with a concealer just works best for me. So I'd bring those 2 things, plus a bronzer, a highlighter, and then mascara, eyeliner, and lip liner. So those are the items that I would bring with me. Okay, so I have a little mirror down here, and I'm just sort of checking what's going on. and I'm just bronzing up in a triangle, not in a triangle. So I'm just bronzing up in like a 3 pattern. I'm going whoop, and then whoop, and then doing the same thing here. And you can do as much as little as you want to contour, but that's gonna be all I'm gonna do to contour. Okay, I'm actually gonna pull my hair back for right now. I'm getting my hair done on about 3 days from now, and I get my roots bleached. So if any of you have gotten bleached hair or get your roots bleached, you know you need to leave your hair as dirty as possible. So that's why it's super dirty right now, and it has not been done in 3 months. So I have a lot of outgrowth, but I'm trying to sort of let it go and get back to the basics. So now that I have that on, I am going to grab a pretty fluffy brush, not a huge fluffy brush, but I'm going to go into my beat up bronzer. And again, I have a mirror over here, so I'm going to look over here for a second, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it right here, and I'm just going to work that over my eye. Now remember that I did put on my foundation powder over the top of a concealer that I put over my eyelid, and then I also put on the LA Girl Pro Primer, and I love this. This is a nude color. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So what that did is that set any creaminess when I put the powder over it. So when I put this bronzer over the top of that powder and the concealer that is on my eye, it is not going to stick to the concealer, if that makes sense, and it shouldn't come out too blotchy or anything like that. Now, that doesn't really matter when you're doing the look that I'm doing today, because it doesn't really matter if it looks kind of messy or whatever, because it's just sort of a back to the basics. For me, that means that it's just sort of natural, pulled together, and a little bit more enhanced than you would normally look. Okay, I'm just going to lift my mirror here and look in the light, and that's pretty good, right? So just a couple seconds. I'm going to go back under a little bit with this underneath my eye. I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to take this really pretty brush. It's got like little diamonds. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to go in with a eyeshadow, which is from Chanel. It's called Liberty. Again, they probably don't have this anymore. I've talked about this in other videos. Chanel likes to change things every 6 months, and that eyeshadow is like 10 years old, but I love it. So I loaded my brush up, and I'm just going to go and hit the tops of my cheekbones with this. And a lot of people like to highlight after they put on their blush. For me, I like to look like I have a natural highlight, and I don't like it to be obviously that I put it there. So I like to put it on underneath my blush. This gives it a little bit more of a natural look. So that's just my little go-to. Makeup is so, you know, individual. You can do whatever you want. There really are no rules. There's just a few tips and techniques and guidelines for certain looks. So don't get stuck. Just do your thing. Okay, I'm also going to take, I put that underneath my brow really, really messily and easy. I'm going to go up my nose, down just a little bit. I'm just going to go like that and blend that out. Whatever's left over, I'm going to put right here in the corners. I'm going to take a little tiny bit, go on the Cupid bow. A lot of times I actually like to take my finger and just do that. Okay, and then I'm going to take this brush. It's like gold and pretty, but it doesn't really matter what brush you take. I'm going to take a little bit of my bronzer, and I'm just going to go right here. And that's going to accentuate the bottom lip just a little more and make it a little poutier. And then I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to work whatever's left into the eye, and I'm just going to blend. Really just blend. I'm just looking to get a soft color and make that crease look like it's there without trying a lot. So I'm going to check in my mirror because I don't have a viewfinder in my camera. Yeah, there's a little fact. I do everything without a viewfinder, which can be really, really tough sometimes, but you work with it. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush that I used for my foundation powder, and I'm just going to go right over the top here and just blend that out just a little tiny bit, itty bitty amount. We're almost done. The next step I am going to do is I am going to take the Melania blush, which is in Luminous, but they discontinued it. Again, sorry people, I'm just showing you what I love. I'm not trying to sell you anything. So I'm gonna load my brush up with that. And what I like about this is it's got a little bit of a peach color, a little bit of a pink color, but it also has a nice glow to it. So you could totally skip the highlighter if you're not a little bit extra like me, but I like it. You know, I'm a makeup artist by trade, and so I just can't skip it. So I'm gonna work my blush right into my apples and my cheeks, and then I'm gonna work it up slightly. And same side, load it up just a little more. Same side, smile while you do it, ladies. Get those apples, and then buff it up. Okay, then I'm gonna take a little tiny bit more on my brush, and I'm just gonna hit the crease of my eye, just like this. And that's going to break up the brown tone that you've used in your bronzer. It's going to give a little more warmth. It's going to give a little bit more of a natural look, so it doesn't look like you just threw an eyeshadow or a bronzer there. It's going to actually look like you just have a little bit of that color and flush into your eyes, which is what we want, right? That's what I want. So that's what you got to figure out when you're doing your makeup. What is it that you want? I'm going to go in with Orchid, and this is a blush from Chanel. And this is Orchid Rose, and I'm going to just hit the tops of my cheekbones, mostly. I'm going to get most of the color there, and then I'm going to bring the rest up. And this is more of a matte bronzer, and the reason I like it is it's kind of a dusty rose color, and it just enhances everything a little bit more, gives a little more dimension. I'm going to take that same brush that I used for my foundation powder. It has nothing on it. I haven't loaded it back up, but I'm just going to go back over the top of my blush, and I'm just going to melt everything together. So you know where you have your own sort of problem areas. I get a little bit more buildup in certain areas, and I tend to like get sparse in certain areas. So you just need to work with it and figure out what works for you. Work a little there. Okay, the step that undoubtedly takes me the longest is mascara. So bear with me for the next 20 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably fast forward this whole thing. I use two mascaras. I use the L'Oreal Telescopic and the, is it L'Oreal? Vanilla, what is it? The Lash Paradise. Is that L'Oreal? I think it is.
Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold of me and won't let go. I've been sleeping, caught me off my guard. Cause you're in my space and now I'm so pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me to open. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause
Brows are on, mascara is on. Sometimes I do an extra coat of mascara. Sometimes I leave it like it is. The last thing to do is lips. Today I'm going to use two different lip liners, and I'm going to sort of smudge them together, and that's going to be it. I'm going to put nothing over the top of it. My lips are already hydrated. I might put a little bit of a balm over it. I don't know, maybe, but I don't think so. I feel like it's going to work the way it is. So the trick is when you are lining your lips so that it doesn't look like it's overlined, but you still look like you have lips, but you don't look like you have a harsh line of lip liner or lipstick either, is that you want to take a little bit of a lighter color and go underneath the actual lip line. It's not really going underneath. I feel like when I do clients, a lot of them don't realize that's where their lip starts, and they go up here at this fold right here and come up and around, and they miss this whole bottom part. So you want to go underneath, and the best way to do that is to smile and see where your smile is. And that's where your line is going to be, right? So I'm going to go right under there. Same with the top. I'm going to go up. I'm looking in a mirror. Sorry, I can't do this without looking in a mirror. And then going to go back up the other side. Okay, so that's lined. I'm now going to go in and fill in my lip. Okay, you can leave it like that if you want. Totally fine. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade. And I'm just going to go in and contour a little bit. Again, that's probably not the most basic thing in the world, but for me, when I'm doing really basic makeup, I feel like that helps a lot. Okay guys, I'm going to take my hair down, and that's basically it. Okay guys, so that's it. That's my back to the basics makeup. Super simple, super easy. When I'm not talking to you guys and showing you, it takes me about 8 to 10 minutes to do. But that's mostly because I also get distracted and start dancing and listening to music and all that. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to check out the playlist below that I will have in my description box of all the other ladies. I'm gonna go check them out right now. I'm gonna hop on over to the playlist and I'm gonna play all their videos, and I'm really excited to be inspired again and find more inspiration for back to the basics, because for me as a makeup artist professionally, sometimes I lose my inspiration and I need to look at others and how they do their makeup in order to be inspired. Remember that when you're doing your own makeup, it's really easy to feel like maybe you've stepped out of the box too much, or you don't know what you're doing. But practice, 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 and definitely just take a picture and show people, put it on Instagram, walk around and see what people think, because what I've realized is that 9 times out of 10 when I step out of my own box and I do my makeup a little bit differently than I normally would, not the back to the basics makeup, but other makeup, that I necessarily don't feel super confident at first, but by the end of the day, I do feel confident, and it makes me want to step out of my box more often and try new things. So that's sort of my challenge to you guys for today, is to try something new. And if you do try something new, please leave a comment below and let me know what that is that you tried new. I'm gonna go try something new today. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna try it. So I'll see you guys all in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you're enjoying my content. I've got a bunch of new subscribers and I'm super excited to have each and every one of you. There will be a giveaway coming soon, so also comment and tell me what it is that you would like to see in my first giveaway. I'm thinking a gift card somewhere, so let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something